Hello, listeners. Today, I would like to welcome Professor Wang from China Communication University. With him, we are going to start a new series of programs on the concept of community of shared future. As you know, that Pakistan is an important strategic partner of China, and Pakistan-China friendship, as we say, that is deeper than oceans and higher than Himalayas. With this, I would introduce you Professor Wang, who's with us online from Beijing, from China Communication University. Professor Wang, welcome to Planet FM 87.6 in Pakistan.
Good evening. Hello, everyone. I'm very happy to communicate with you online. I totally agree with you that the relationship of Pakistan and China is very, very strong. And the friendship between us, and higher than the ocean, higher than the mountain. We always feel our very, very close relations, friendships. We talk about with our classmates and also with my friends, Khalid.
Thank you very much, Professor. Can you please tell us that what is this community of shared future, which this idea President Xi Jinping has given? Can you please explain us about this idea and how does the community of shared future idea works?
Okay, it's my great pleasure to share some understanding about this. This idea we called shared future for mankind, put forward 10 years ago by our President Xi Jinping. He made a speech in a university of Russia. And later, the meaning of this concept became enlarged and became more feasible in practice. To talk about the main content of this idea, I think these perspectives are very important for us to understand. Firstly, this is a new idea of how to build a new world, a peaceful prosperity and safety world for our human beings. This is a plan or a program or a goal of how to build a more beautiful world, more peaceful world, more safety world for our human beings. And the reason that why President Xi put forward this idea is because with the development of the new technology, the communication, our global became more and more like a village. We all live in a village. We inevitably, we should closely relate to each other. We should work each other, communicate to each other. So this is one reason. And another reason, but on the contrary, is our village is not peaceful, not stable. There are many dangerous things threaten the safety, the prosperity, the development of our human beings. War, different nations, different groups fighting each other, and the world is not peaceful. So this is another reason that why we should make our effort and join together with the other world to fighting against the person who threaten all the elements threaten the peace of the world, the prosperity of the world. And also this idea, I think, became more and more popular, became a part of many international instruments, international. In practice, we also have another idea that why road, why belt, why road. I understanding the why belt, why road is a practice plan for the idea of a shared future for mankind. Because we need to practice, we need to construct it, we need to made the idea became realized. So we use the plan of why belt, why road to achieve the goal of the shared future for mankind. And the basic idea, basic understanding, all the ideology support this is because we believe the whole world is a family. All the neighbors, all the countries, all the nations are closely related to each other. So we close related with the culture, closely related with the information, with the capital, and even the chances, the opportunities. So this is the reason that why also put forward the one belt and one road and one belt initiatives. This is a practical plan for the achieving of the shared future for mankind. I just understand this. I hope it will help you to understand this.
Thank you very much, Professor. You have very elaborately explained the concept of community of shared future in the light of Belt and Road Initiative. As we know that Pakistan is also a member of Belt and Road Initiative, and we have this project CPAC going on, which is near about its completion. This year, the Belt and Road Initiative is completing its 10 years, and Pakistan is also celebrating the 10 years of CPAC in Pakistan. So after 10 years of Belt and Road Initiative, where do you see how do you describe the success of Belt and Road Initiative?
Yes, many perspectives. Firstly, I think more and more people accept the idea, and more country think that we should join this plan. We should work together to achieve the goal of the plan, and we are very happy to see that the country like our best friends, Pakistan, joined with us to cooperate in many areas. And also China try its best to help its neighboring countries and make a great effort to help the world become better. Yes, just as we witnessed, it maintain the regional peace in fighting against the nation who want to launch war or to make the some area unstable. Yes, the China is a very strong, and also our friends is a very strong energy to fighting against it, and we fighting for the maintenance of the peace. We fighting for the changing of the IFIRE international rules in some areas. For example, in WTO, yes, and we also claim the many international conference in international arenas to claim that the every country should be treated equal. Every country should have its voice in the world. And also, there are many regional and international mechanisms. And for example, the East Asia countries closely related. We do business. We closely connected our structures. China helped our neighboring countries to build roads, to build railways, or to help the country, the neighboring country, especially the poor country, to empower themselves, to help the people to make more money, to improve their lifestyles. And another aspect is there were a crisis, especially 3 years ago, the epidemic began. China firstly built its ability to produce the medical products, not only used for itself, but also to help the other countries. And also we suffer many the bad things. Our Pakistan friends, your government also give us a great support, and this I think this is all the models, all the successful practice of these ideas. I know the China after finish a very important meeting, we put forward a very clear idea of the Chinese modernization, the modernization with Chinese characteristic, and this is also the successfulness of the idea of a shared future for mankind, because the very core elements of this idea, or the Chinese characteristics modernization, is rooted in the idea to build a future for the mankind. So we not only practice in international arena, but also we write it into a very, very important documents of our government, of our Communist Party. It means we will insist, we will use this rule, use this principle to deal with the other countries, to cooperate with other countries, to build a new and more beautiful world with the other countries, especially with our Iran brothers, Pakistan.
Thank you very much, Professor. Yes, no doubt, Pakistan and China are iron brothers. And as we move forward with your interview, and we will take advantage of today you being with us, can you kindly tell us about the Global Development Initiative, GDIs? What is Global Development Initiative, and how do you think that the Global Development Initiatives can help the world for moving forward?
I think this the initiative put forward by the Chinese is because firstly, China is a country deeply love peace. China is agriculture country. We have a very long history of cultivate the land. Our more model of the economy is to cultivate the land, to take fruit from the land. So we believe that by hard working, we can make us rich. We can improve our life greatly. So this is our very, very basic. And also the model of the economy help us to understand the importance of the family. We treat our family members, yes, and also we treat the others like a brother, like sister. This is an idea rodent in our mind. This might make us to very appreciate the opportunities of peace. We will never, we are not like war, not like war. So the Chinese, China based on this, we developed our very well. So we have a strong ability to provide products, provide industrial facilities for the neighboring countries, for the world. So with the initiative, I think is we firstly jointly to work for a more peaceful, more prosperous world, and the second is the China will use its ability and willingly to use its ability to contribute itself to the world. And also we believe that only by this way we can build a more beautiful world, more peaceful world, more friendly world. But this is what I understand, maybe very limited. And I also heard that you are experts with this regard. And maybe you have more comprehensive understanding about this. I'd like you to share something with us.
Yes, you are right, Professor. I have been studying a lot about the global development initiatives and comparing them with the sustainable development goals of the United Nations. I have found global development initiatives to be more comprehensive and to be more detailed. And I'm sure that all the countries who are part of the Belt and Road initiatives through global development initiatives, they can work out for better solutions to different problems. For example, climate change, for example, poverty alleviation, for example, industrialization, because China has turned out to be a role model for all the countries, whether it is the construction industry, whether it is agriculture or any other thing. And in Pakistan also, we are doing a lot of cooperation with China, not only on CPAC, but also on agriculture. In Multan, Pakistan, we have developed cotton seeds with the help of China, because China is helping Pakistan in developing hybrid cotton seeds and hybrid wheat seeds also. So in agriculture, we are not only collaborating a lot, but also we are collaborating in industries and technology and in various fields. And I'm sure that all the partner countries of China who are part of Belt and Road initiatives, they must be benefiting out of the Chinese model. For example, the Chinese poverty alleviation, we have seen China bringing out maximum number of people out of the poverty. And we have also seen during the COVID time that how China introduced the system of smart lockdowns, because previously during the COVID time, we only heard about different kinds of lockdowns, that complete cities were locked down. But then China introduced this concept of smart lockdown, that only taking those people in quarantine who were affected. And we have seen China helping the world during the COVID. China was the first one to provide free vaccination to the friendly countries. So China has been coming forward quite a lot to help their partner countries, their brotherly countries, and to the rest of the world. So now moving back towards Beijing. Beijing, as we know, that it's a very historical city, and it's a very tourist city. Now you are sitting in Beijing, and I'm sure that the climate also must be very hot over there, as in Pakistan we have. So please tell us about the Chinese culture, about what Chinese people like to eat, and because we are live on the radio, and most of our listeners would like to listen about how Chinese people they spend their day, and what do they do on weekends. So just throw a light on that, how Chinese people live.
Yes, uh, very interesting questions. China, no, we opened this year. We finished our pandemics, and all the people can move freely. So this greatly encouraged the people to moving around the whole country, even around the whole world. Now you can see I stay in a hotel. I participated on the finished conference in worldwide conference. Recently, there are many activities, many activities like this. And also this period of time is the people travel from this place to that places, because this period of time is summer holiday for most of the students from the primary school to the middle school to the college students. They are all in their holidays. And this is also a golden time for them to travel, to do what they like that they can't do in the Euro time. So you can see the airlines, the highway, and are all very crowded, very crowded. 2 days later, I came from Beijing. I took the airline, but I'm late. The airline showed more tickets than its accumulation. So I was through and must take another one. So many people, very crowded, and also Chinese people like cook different kinds of food. And recently I visit several places, and in several years later, I go to another places, or the government officials goes to another places. They avoid to go to the very expensive restaurant to eat the very expensive food, because they will easily to be corrupted. But now things changed completely. I go to one place, or the government go to another places. The local people, the local government like to treat them with the very best, the very typical local food, very expensive food, give them many local products, because they take this opportunity as advertising time. They show the food, they show the very expensive food to the guests as an opportunity to advertise. So things changed a lot. So I'm very welcome you and your friends came to China, and like you to
yeah, thank you very much. Thank you.
Very pleased. Yeah,
thank you very much, Professor. And so now again going over to the Chinese model of development, and we have seen that in last couple of months, many new ideas are given by President Xi Jinping. One very recent idea on which I also wrote, and you have also been writing on that, is about the human rights in China. We have seen a book of President Xi Jinping's articles on human rights. As we know that China is giving a lot of importance to human development of the people. So what do you have to say about the human development and human rights in China?
I firstly think that the Chinese people, especially the ordinary people, enjoy very very good human rights conditions, because what we understand the human rights, we usually understand it from the collective, from what the ordinary people can enjoy in daily life, just as you experienced several weeks ago. In China, the public facilities, public services developed very well. The public transportation, public access to internet, and even do business, to pay money, to get money or do business. We all use very electronic facilities, and the internet facilities support very well for our daily life. So in China, you can we think it's very convenient. This is our very typical Chinese way of how to improve the human rights, how to understand the human rights, and the Chinese government not to use money for one group of people or targeted people, but for the almost every Chinese, for the public, for the people. Yes, and because the government will usually take the people's concern seriously. So you can see that in China, the public facilities developed very well. Yes, we go to another places, we can take air, we can take highway or some other public facilities. And also in the public, you'll go to there are many public services. And also another way for our Chinese is the Chinese government in recent years tried its best to use more money for the regional people, for the remote places people, for the people who live in the countryside. My family members are all live in countryside, so there they take good care by the government in recent years, medical, and also their the money paid by the government for the people are increased a lot. And also in China, the government will take serious about the issues that all the people are concerned, all the issues concerned with the many people's problems. So you can see that in the cyberspace, there were criminals against the ordinary people. The government were fighting against it and will launch a war against it. And also the people they want to improve their living standard. For example, I back from a very remote places several days ago and made a report to our government officials. What they heard and what they concern is how to help the local people to develop the local economy, how to make their products go out from the from the remote places to the to the big city to help them to make more money. So our understanding about the human rights different from the West country. I know that the West country made protests, demonstration, all jointly to exercise their speech rights. But in China, we actually worry about the living standard, how money they were made, how their living standard were improved. So Chinese government made a lot of efforts with this regard. So what we emphasize is the collective and the people's human rights, and we try our best to improve our to make our cake big to every and then we give each person a more bigger and bigger piece of cake. This is our ideas about the human rights. Thank you.
Very
I
much.
think you also very familiar with many, and also I heard you write an article to review the book. I also like to hear your ideas, your understandings.
Yes, very recently I wrote the review of the book, which was written by President Xi Jinping, and it was about the ideas of it was about the ideas and about the way the Chinese government handles the human rights. And I have seen that the philosophy of the China Communist Party basically revolves around the human development, because China pays a lot of attention to the human development and to the human beings, and China thinks that the human beings are the most important, and China has always been taking a lot of care about their people, about their whatever care they have been taking is very I would say different, because in China, I have seen myself personally that everybody is treated as equal, whether he's poor or rich. He has the same rights. He can go, even the poor people can their children, they go to the best schools, they use the best hospitals. So this is very good about the Chinese governance system and Chinese model of governance. So coming back again to the concept of the community of shared future, and about your institute, the Institute of Community for with Shared Future, which was made in 2020. Please tell us that how China Communication University and your institute is contributing towards spreading the message of President Xi Jinping.
Oh, thank you for giving me an opportunity to advertise us. I think what we have done in the past is to establish a research center in Pakistan, in Africa, in South America, many places. And because we think this is a good idea, this idea and this practice should know by the other countries or practiced by the other peoples. So one of our efforts is to build around 16 overseas centers with this regard. And I'm very appreciate your center and you done in the past. And actually, not only we express ourselves, we should express ourselves for you, but Chinese government, the Chinese people, and even the whole world should express thanks to you because you help us to let the idea rooted or let the idea know by more people. In the past, you do a very, very wonderful job. For example, introduce the books to your library, review articles about the shared future of human for mankind, or even Xi Jinping's thought on human rights. And also you introduced a lot about how Chinese government working with these people, how the Chinese government deal with many different very difficult issues. You know that all these things is this is one what we, and another job we done in the past is to held a conference within the period of time of pandemic. Most of our conference held online, and you also held conference discussion or even lessons. My poor English also have opportunities to share my idea with you, your colleagues, with your friends. Thank you for giving me opportunities. And this is another job we done in the past to help conference to discuss the understanding, the ideas of the Xi Jinping's thought with our friends. And also in the past, we also do another job is to publish a book. And in the future, we hope we have more work in joint the corporate together with you. And I hope your articles with regard to this will have a Chinese version or have English version in China, because many Chinese understand English, and I also welcome and very appreciate you write more articles, more works with regard. We can working together in this, and that's the most job we done in the past. And next time we will hold in more and more international conference in China, as well as overseas out of China, because with the pandemics goes on, we can meet together. So you are very welcome to come to China again, and I hope I'm looking forward to have opportunity to meet you in Pakistan or some other places. Let us working together, jointly together, to work for this job.
Thank you very much, Professor. And let me tell you over here that not only me, but the sentiments of every Pakistani are very warm towards China. Our government, our people, everybody has a great respect for Chinese people and President Xi Jinping, and we consider China as our brother. And recently we have seen that our Prime Minister, Mr. Shehbaz Sharif, has told this thing at number of platforms, and he has been a great advocate of the Chinese development, and we greatly admire the leadership of President Xi Jinping, and we hope that Pakistan and China friendship will foster all along, and it will turn into a very giant, I would say, a sea of friendships which China is building in the shape of Belt and Road Initiative. And Pakistan, as I told you, that is a strategic partner and of China in the Belt and Road Initiative, and China is doing a lot of work in Pakistan, and there are a lot of Chinese people in Pakistan, And again, thank you very much for being with us at Planet FM 87.6. Planet FM 87.6 is the first official radio channel of the government of Pakistan. And we are very honored that you joined us today. And hopefully we will have more programs with your China Communication University, and we'll know this is how we will develop more understanding about China in our young generation. So once again, Professor, from the team of Planet FM 87.6 in Pakistan, I would thank you and your university for giving us this honor. Thank you very much.
Thank you for you. Thank you. See you.